3 assists on the night. Clement Longley got the winner. Oh, and he got himself sent off too, as did Nabil Fekir, who also scored a brilliant goal. There is so much to discuss, and so much for me, we really do have to talk about. It's all coming up here in the match review. A massive win for Barca. And today's big game review is coming to you courtesy of the OneFootball app, which as always, guys, you can find to download in the description below. And I'll tell you what, the OneFootball app would have been doing really, really well if they'd got all of the match action from today's game. It was mental. It truly was. But hey, we got what we wanted. And if we do kick straight off here with Quique Setien's team selection, which did throw up there a few surprises. Ter Stegen in goal it was, but it was Junior Firpo there. A very surprising inclusion at left back there, playing against his former side. He came in for Jordi Alba. Clement Longley at centre back alongside him. Of course, Gerard Piqué we knew was suspended. It was Semedo at right back, and then we were wondering really what the setup was going to be in midfield. It was Busquets, De Jong, Vidal and Sergio Roberto, and we originally thought there it may be a 4-3-3, but it actually wasn't. It was more there of Roberto dropping back into a sort of wide midfield role. Then you had Messi here and Antoine Griezmann as the forwards, and quite often there Arturo Vidal would go beyond them. He would drop in there as a sort of number 10, and quite often throughout the game as well, Frenkie de Jong, as we saw for the first goal, he was also making the defensive runs, and we were trying to really get as many bodies as we can there, very close, very high in the Real Betis half, and it did work. In that first half, we created chances. I thought actually there we dominated most of the game. I think Betis didn't have all that many attempts on goal at all. They took both of their goals very, very clinically. And once again tonight, really, from Barcelona, it was just a case of, can we finish our chances? And even tonight, I would say, there were several chances that I don't think went our way. There were several saves there from the goalkeeper, especially from Lionel Messi, who was just denied on many, many occasions. It could have been more comfortable. It probably should have been. But I also have to talk here about Betis' 12th man. And I'm not talking here about anybody from the bench. I'm talking about the referee and VAR, because I do not understand today how we're leaving this game without a penalty to our name. How we didn't there get at least one penalty awarded to us, it is absolutely beyond me. You look right throughout the game, there was early penalty appeals there. It was Clement Longley in the first half there. He went down. There appeared there to be a very, very high boot in the penalty area. That wasn't even given. The game wasn't even stopped when Clement Longley stayed down there with a suspected head injury. And then in the second half, Arthur Melo appeared to be tripped inside the area. VAR again had a look at that one, decided it wasn't to be. And also, in the final moments of the game there, Barcelona on the counter-attack, Lionel Messi is in, he looks like he's going to score, and Marc Bartra, it's as clear as day, he's all over Messi, he's grabbing his shirt, he's pulling him back, but you know what? Messi doesn't go down. Messi is one of those players who's not going to throw himself to the floor. He just expects the referee, VAR, to do their job. You can clearly see the contact, but no. Barca today, for me, it was very, very harsh refereeing, especially when you consider Betis took the lead early on through a penalty kick. And it was Clement Longley there inside the opening 5 minutes who just doesn't quite have his arm close enough to his body. The ball is played into it. The referee there points to the spot after consulting with VAR, and it's a very, very good finish there. Canales sends Ter Stegen the wrong way, and Betis have the lead. And you've got to say for Barcelona here, we did really well to respond. Not just once, but twice there to go in behind. And that's one of the biggest things right now. It's not just about winning games. It's not just about getting points. We have questioned the mentality of this Barcelona team. And you heard the stadium there tonight. It was as hostile as you could possibly get. 56,000 people, all on the backs of the players. But we responded. And we did it immediately there through Frenkie de Jong. And it's a wonderful pass. It truly is from Messi. He waits it perfectly. It's brilliantly timed. De Jong makes one of those good forward runs. He's been doing this more and more under Setien. He's developing his game. He gets into the area. He chests it down really well. Doesn't use his arms. And he slams it home past Robles. A brilliant equalising goal. And like I say, the perfect response there from Barcelona and a wonderful goal. But it did seem as though every time Betis did manage to slice through that Barcelona midfield, when they were getting upon our defence, we did look weak. At times, you look at the centre-back there of Samuel Umtiti, you look at Clement Longley, I don't think Semedo had the best of games today. Junior Firpo maybe wasn't the best game here to throw him into. He didn't play all that well. He wasn't disastrous, but he didn't quite give us all what we needed down that left-hand side. And it was Nabil Fekir there who added a second goal, and it was Vidal in midfield who badly lost the ball, to be fair. He went off as sub in the second half. It wasn't wasn't really the game for him, although it did feel as though he did have an impact there going forward at times. But it was Vidal there, losing the ball in midfield. It's actually Carlos Alenia who breaks really, really well. He plays a good ball for Nabil Fekir, but the problem is for me here, Samuel Umtiti should straight away go and close that situation down. As soon as the ball there is played into Fekir, get close to him, shut down that angle, try and do whatever you can to contain him, but he doesn't. He backs off, he backs away, he gives him time. Fekir there arrives at the edge of the box and unleashes a wonderful finish, and at that point, we're in trouble again. But like I say, guys, you have to applaud, certainly, the mentality of the players today. They kept fighting right up until half-time, and it was deep there into the stoppage time in that first half. It was 47 minutes played, and it was a brilliantly worked goal again. It was Messi from the free kick, another assist for him. He just lofts it over there, perfectly into the Real Betis penalty area. It evades everybody, drops into the path of Busquets, who brings the ball down well, and he finishes it off, and it's a huge goal for us. Just before half-time there, levelling the scores, really quietened the crowd of Betis. They didn't like that goal, but it was a massive one for Barcelona. And to go in 2-2, I just felt a confidence there, like we were going to come out, get the game, got a scruff of the neck in the second half, and get the goal we needed. And although it took time, we did get there eventually. And I also have to give credit here to Quique Setien. He gave it sort of 10 minutes or so in that second half to see if there was any positive change. And when he saw that it wasn't quite happening, he wasn't scared there to say, right, Junior Firpo off, Jordi Alba on, Arturo Vidal off, Arthur Melo on. And straight away then, you had a bit of a change in dynamic. And what I would say here is, particularly with Jordi Alba, I thought he came off the bench today and did very well. He looked energetic when he came on. He looked certainly more confident going forward and with the ball. And that was good to see. But what I would say was, I wonder there putting him on the bench has just sent a shockwave there into Jordi Alba, and that's the way that it should be. If you want to play, you've got to prove yourself, you've got to come off the bench and show why you should have been playing. That's what we want to see. He made a positive impact when we came on, and certainly there, Messi, like I say, was denied on several occasions. He could have scored today, he could have scored twice, 3 times again. Very unlucky, but he did get his hat-trick of assists, another free kick, another set-piece, this time a brilliant ball there onto the head of Clement Longley. The goalkeeper slips a little bit there, Rob Les, but to be fair, Barcelona would do some luck. It's a good header from Longley, it's into the back of the net. That there would be the winning goal, and what a moment for Barcelona. And I probably will go into this in a bit more detail, but I just want to touch on here how effective this season we have been from those set pieces. Because Barcelona are a team who, in terms of corners, in terms of free kicks, we get so many. We work the moves, of course, we win those corners, we win those free kicks there in dangerous areas, but never really do we do anything with them. But recently, a lot of this season so far, particularly now under Setien, we have done some good things from set pieces. It did start under Valverde, he's taken that over, and this season, 13 goals from set pieces now for Barcelona, and that's the second highest in La Liga. And that's a good thing. If we can there try and maximise our potential, score goals from every kind of situation, that's a good thing for the team, and it'll only help us in the biggest of games. And I have to say there, 20 minutes from time when we did get that Clement Longley third goal, I did expect Barcelona then to just take hold of the ball, keep possession, wear Betis down, and possibly there even score again. But then came the sort of mental 3 or 4 minutes in the game that it was. It was Nabil Fekir, first of all, who fouled Longley, then had a bit of an argument with the referee. He managed to get himself sent off. And then just moments later, Longley, who was already on a yellow, he was already suspended for next weekend's game against Getafe. He went and got himself another yellow, and he was sent off. And suddenly then, Barcelona were in a bit of trouble. Yeah, they lost Fekir, but we lost our centre-back. And only on the bench, of course, do we have Araujo, with Piqué being suspended. He wasn't brought on. Instead there, Busquets went to centre-back. And Barca then were happy to see the game out. But like I say, at the death there, Arthur playing in Messi, blatant penalty. We should have won by more today. We could have won by more. But the most important thing is, it's a good display. It showed strong mentality here to go away to Betis, respond twice from being behind. Setien has a big win. And now we have a nice week off until next weekend, where we have another challenge in third place at Getafe. There's lots more videos coming up in that time, guys. Let me know your thoughts on the game down below. I enjoyed it. It was certainly entertaining. What did you think? I will see you soon. Thanks as always for watching. But until next time, as always, Visca El Barça.